Alright folks, we're back in the garage. As you can see, doing a little bit of cleanup. Just got back from an awesome trip down in Arizona, and we're actually packing up and getting ready right now to head over to California for a week with some family. Should be an absolute blast. High mountain lakes. It's still going to be a little bit cold up there, but we'll see what we can find. Some cool stories down there, maybe some cool fishing around the Fresno, California area. This video is going to be interesting though. We got some big news once again for Lake Mead. There's been a body identified from one of the drowning victims that they found last year. We're going to talk a little bit about the water levels, a little bit about our situation as far as that permit goes again, and also about our trip down there in Parker, Arizona that we just got back off of. So first things first, we're going to talk about the biggest piece of news coming out of Lake Mead in a long time actually. It is the fact that they have officially identified one of the bodies that were found in October of last year at Lake Mead. If you guys aren't familiar with it, in October of 2022 we were out there filming about this. That found a body out there. Nobody knew who it was, nobody knew the reason. They found two halves. And they didn't know if it was two different people or what the whole case was with that. The divers found them. But it turns out, thanks to technology nowadays with our DNA and the ability to figure out who people are with DNA, they had identified the body as Donald P. Smith. Now, he had drowned in 1974, April of 1974, and he was 39 years old at the time of his drowning. It's a very, very unfortunate thing that happened. But I'm sure everybody's pleased to hear that they've at least figured out who it was, and his family can have a little bit of closure knowing he's been found and can get a proper burial and everything. Happens a lot at Lake Mead. It's sad to say, you gotta wear your life jackets on those boats if it's a windy day. And be careful, because Lake Mead's no joke. Another big piece of news out there at Lake Mead, our permit has officially been accepted. So I think it's starting tomorrow. We're able to go out there and start filming at Lake Mead again. Absolute blessing. I thank you guys. You know, now we're able to get back out in our home waters and just do the same stuff we've been doing for years. You know, do some bow fishing, some striper fishing, bass fishing, catfishing, document the water levels, what's been going on. And it just feels amazing to be able to get back out on our home waters, the same waters I've been spending the last 8 years of my life on, and get back out there and start making more content. But the water levels looking good, 1,046-ish feet around there. It's been stable. You know, the really weird thing is, with all the rain we've been getting and the super high snowpacks, I've been hearing crazy reports that up in Colorado in the Rocky Mountains that feed Lake Mead eventually, we've been over 200% snow capacity, and I've even heard rumors of some spots being 300. But what's weird is they're saying that we're not expected to see Lake Mead rise very much over the next summer. If anything, it might still go down. There's a bunch of reasons why this might happen. I've heard that they're going to let Lake Powell fill up a little bit, since Lake Powell's also in very dire straits, and Lake Powell's expected to go up. But at the end of the day, I still think water everywhere in general is projected to go down. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens this year, because we've had a lot of rain, a lot of snow, and a lot of things just seem to be adding up for us to start seeing this water hopefully go in a positive direction. But I'm just hearing rumors of it going in the opposite direction, still downward. So we're definitely going to have to look into that this year and see what happens. Arizona, I heard, got cut water rights to the Colorado River. So they're also cutting back water rights of certain areas. And we've got more rain and more snow. So I think it's very interesting. A lot of places in California are not in drought anymore. Arizona got a lot of rain. We got a lot of rain. So to me, it seems like there's a lot of water everywhere. A lot of reservoirs are full. So I'm looking forward very much to seeing what happens this year as far as all of that deal goes. And of course, you guys are going to be right there along with me, investigating every step of the way. So that's something to really look forward to. And the first video is going to come out very soon, within the next, I would say, week and a half, because we got to get out there on the lake and film a video, get it edited up, get it out there for you guys to enjoy. Another thing is, we just got back from a trip out in Parker, Arizona. Awesome little area down there. It's actually part of the Colorado River system. So you guys remember in our last video, we were down there at Lake Havasu. They got something called the Parker Dam that holds all the water for Havasu, and the water south of there, still the Colorado River, is where we were fishing at. Like we've said in the past, we're going to try to work our way slowly down all the way to the Colorado River. It's a very massive river system. We're starting to slowly work our way down there. But just like all the other spots, it's a nice little river, but they've got something special starting there. All of southern Arizona, from that point all the way down to Mexico has flathead catfish. Now, if you're not familiar with the flathead catfish, they get absolutely massive, and we were down there going to target a little bit of those. But we did some bass fishing, caught a lot of bass, caught some really big red ear sunfish, some bluegill, and we went after some flathead catfish.
There's one. There's one. Nice set. Oh, geez. A decent one. Oh, he's not bad.
There's my first fish at Parker right there. What's cool about these Colorado River smallies, I don't know if it's worldwide, but their eyes are so red.
Their color looks different too. It's like that
fluorescent green. Yeah, fluorescent, almost a chartreuse. He looks weird though, like he's kind of scratched up.
That is a chartreuse color. Wow, yeah. That's probably why they love that color.
Yeah.
They eat their own. He matches your outfit too.
Yeah, that's cool though. All right, first fish of hopefully many. We got to upgrade from this guy though. We're not even gonna live well him. We're looking for 5-pounders today.
And he's off.
Yeah.
To eat thousands of more fish in the future.
Yeah. Going?
Got him. Come up here and grab.
Oh, I guess that works.
Tiny guy. Little dude. Nice.
Oh, there's a bunch of little guys down there or something. Oh my god, I broke off. Go ahead, hold this right here for a second. I'm gonna tie up. Can't believe I broke out. A bunch of them down there.
It looked really wide when it came up the cliff. Oh, there it is. There it is.
How far back did you get it?
8 feet. Oh, got it.
Big one or no?
No.
We're about to tell what they are.
Bass.
There's a bunch of them down there.
Shoot!
I don't know why they've all been getting off. Whatever we got sucks because I can't even laugh. Every time you try to laugh, it just...
It makes you pay.
There we go, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice time with the net job.
It's horrible net. That thing bent. This thing bent horrible.
Yeah, there we go. Got another one about the same size. Look at these. So the last one we caught was a smallie. And these are the smallmouth bass. These ones are the largemouth bass. They're pretty in this water though. Nice and healthy fish. Good gut. And one of the reasons why is because they got a lot bigger mouth, largemouth bass. So
take that little leech out of his mouth right there.
We'll help you out with that, bud.
Someone in the comments is gonna say those are good for them. No.
Well, I scratched it off there. It's on his teeth now. He'll swallow it or something. There we go. That's a nice little guy. That one's probably 2-pounder. They're still bigger in here, but these are good, healthy fish, man. He bit real aggressive. We'll catch a few more.
Here it is. Nice little chunk, 2-pounder. Beautiful little guy. Let's release him. There's a nice point right here. A couple of these guys are gonna be on it probably. Got him.
Look at that little butterball. He's a little fat guy. He put up a good fight. He hit it real hard. Real heavy hit.
Oh man, he's bigger. Definitely bigger. That's cool. He's 2-pounder. Look at that. Little fat boy, dark, really dark skin, smallie. Out here in paradise. A lot of you guys don't know about this river system that comes up here. This is still the Colorado River, but this is after it leaves Lake Mead. It goes down the Colorado River. It hits Lake Havasu. Lake Havasu releases it to this river portion, and right here they call this Parker. This city over here is Parker, and it's just beautiful. A lot of these homes around here are 55 and over, so you see a lot of people out drinking coffee in the morning and everything, and they're just paradise if you're 55 and over. The water is always pretty much the same depth because they're regulating it coming out of that dam, so it's real calm, real beautiful. Can't beat it. We're out here just enjoying ourselves catching a bunch of bass.
All right, I found them. I've been out here trying to catch them for a little while too, and I'm starting to figure them out. They were deep though, man, like 20 feet deep for this red ear right here, and this is a big guy. This honestly might even be a little bit too big for bait, but I guess we're gonna try to go big or go home, right? But we finally found them. I'm gonna try to catch a couple more and see where it leads to. But man, these are the red ear sunfish. So you can see they got a little red tint on their ear. But this was exactly what we're going after, the red ear sunfish. Look at how big this sunfish is. He's way bigger than my hand. That's probably pushing, that's probably a half pound, 3/4 pound sunfish right there. Yes, sir. That just got me excited. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, turns out all I had to do was get dark before all the panfish started eating. We've been trying all day to catch them and haven't been able to. I caught one really big red ear earlier, and now we're starting to find them. You'll be able to see right here in the net. Senior just caught himself a red ear. Look at that thing.
That thing's huge. Put your hand next to it.
That's gonna be
that's
big bait right there. Hopefully a 20-pound flathead comes along to eat that guy. All right, guys. Well, I just caught something, and I honestly can't believe it. We're out here still trying to catch just a couple more bluegill, and I am legitimately shocked. I didn't even know that these lived out here. Look at that nighttime crappie. I remember seeing a post somebody made about the fact that there are a couple, but they're extremely rare to catch, and they're few and far between. We're gonna let this guy go. He's not quite bait, but we're about to get ready to go catfishing right now.
What do we got?
We got some monsters. So we were out here fishing earlier trying to find some bait, and I was trying to find some red ears and bluegill and stuff. Couldn't find them for the life of me. Sure enough, the sun goes down. We had 2 pieces of bait, so we went into the same spot. It's like they just came out of nowhere and just were everywhere. So you can see right in here, man, we killed it. And a couple of those, as you can see, are absolutely massive. One in particular is probably well over a pound. Monsters. That's all I gotta say about it. Absolute monsters. So a couple of them are really good small bait. A couple are for the 50-pounders in here, but we're gonna go ahead and see if we can catch them. If we can catch a big flathead with these. So these are the rigs we're gonna be using. It's just a simple Carolina rig. I just got a bead, 3-ounce weight to my swivel. And on this one, we're changing it up on every one. This one I went a little bit longer, probably a 2-foot leader to just a big circle hook. That one is the smallest circle hooks we brought. The other ones are way bigger than that. And those are for the really big ones. These are for the tiny bluegill we caught. But now we're just baiting up, cast it out, and the rest is just a waiting game. Pretty soon here, one of these clickers are gonna start going off and we're gonna have a fish on.
So under the spine, we're good.
Oh man. Yeah.
All right.
That's for the monsters.
No way. There's no way that bluegill's doing that, right?
I don't know. It seems kind of jerky. Well, we got the first clicking. I've never set the hook on a big circle hook before.
Just lock it, and see what happens.
He's got them good.
Lock it. See what happens. Start cranking. Oh my goodness, it is, huh?
Yes.
You could turn that out, yeah. No way.
All right, we got our first flathead on, folks.
Oh man, that's a big bait too. Are you solid? You set the hook in the corner?
Yes, I got him.
Wow.
My headlamp's starting to die. I don't know how big he is though. Not fighting super hard.
Want me to turn your headlamp off? Because when you turn this way, it kind of messes with the...
There's that light down there. You can grab that too so you can try to see this fish. Oh, did he get off?
It was taking him.
Never hooked him. Look at his top fins are all jacked. His fin is back fin is jacked.
Oh man, it didn't hook it?
It didn't hook him.
Jeez, that sucks.
Oh, it's all slimy. Never hooked him.
You gotta reel it faster now. Now we know.
They're also massive bait. So I think one of the problems is the bait didn't break off of the hook. So it never got the chance to actually hook him because the fish was still on and everything. So we'll see. That fish obviously he had it completely in its mouth though, and took off with it. And I felt the weight, so I thought I had him, and he spit it close to the boat. Kind of a bummer, but it happens. See if he can get it. I got 2 shots. I think it's the same fish that keeps coming back. If this don't work, we're gonna pull in those little guys. Did you get him? You got him.
God, that was a horrible shot.
You want me to click the clicker off for you?
No.
I'm gonna mess up the. Ah, he took his bait.
He came off. He
Finally took it.
too.
You didn't hook him, yeah.
Man, he was heavy.
You had him. You had him for a second.
It was so weird because I usually catch stripers on different style poles. This is the first time we've used this type of reel. And when I went to do it, it's awkward. It's like so big and on you. Well, hopefully he's not full. It's my first time flathead fishing now, so.
With these hooks, I mean, let me see that thing.
That's somewhat of an excuse, I guess. Look at that thing.
Yep. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that whole little section right there of all the stuff about Lake Mead and the fishing and everything. Turns out, I think a lot of those flathead catfish weren't big enough to eat our bait. When we were looking at them, they were chewed up about halfway on all the big baits we were fishing. Were chewed up halfway through, and they never quite made it to the hook. So we didn't hook up on any flatheads that night, but still had a great time though. I wanted to talk about something really quick. A lot of people have been commenting over the last year, you know, why do we care about the water levels? Why are we out there all the time talking about these different things? To be honest, it's just because we're outdoorsmen. We're always out there fishing, we're always out there on the water, and we're not only fishermen, but we're also hunters. The reason that plays in is because as an angler, as somebody who's a multi-species fisherman, every single fish species is affected differently by water depths, water temperature, clarity, and when your local lake is moving around a lot, obviously it matters. So out of all my buddies, us included, anything that really happens with the water we like to keep track of and just watch over, because it really can tell you how the fishing is going to be at that particular time of the year or how it's going to be in the future. Now also, being a hunter, we care about the mountains also. So as far as this rain and the snowpack and everything, it really affects deer herds, elk herds. It tells you whether or not it's going to be a very good year for hunting, bad year for hunting, and just how healthy overall populations are. Now remember, being an outdoorsman, we are conservationists. So a lot of times we might get a little bad rep. Oh man, they're just fishing, or you know, they're hunting for fun or whatever. But all of our money that I spend out there fishing helps stimulate that local economy, and it also, the money on the licenses and my equipment go towards bettering the environment for those particular animals. So it helps fund stocking programs, putting structure out there for fish, guzzlers out there for like bighorn sheep up in the mountains around Lake Mead. So a quick example of how we go ahead and donate our money to help better our environment around here for conservation is Nevada's tag application for big game animals. My family and I are going to put in very soon for it, and we spend close to $500 just to put in for the tags, but every dime of that gets put back into the state, once again, to help build guzzlers and just help better our local environment. I just thought I'd put that in there. A lot of people are curious about that, and it is something that's really important to my friend group and us here at the Sin City Outdoors team. But I really do appreciate you guys for watching. I'm curious on what your guys' opinions and thoughts are on everything that's going on, whether or not you think that downward trends in water is going to be something we're going to notice in the future, or just what your thoughts are about weather in general. But I really do appreciate you guys for watching. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you outdoors.